top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Clemson's offense will have first crack at this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent.
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Syracuse, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's what...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And he's still running after the move. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The give to the right. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Finds his man. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. Found the spot in the defense. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the single back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Got the first down and more. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn...
Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a first quarter they've already put together, up 21-3 and going for more. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first down. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down. This little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Stevens. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The little toss to the fullback there didn't get big yardage, but it does let the defense know they can't ignore it.
Dang right. It's a changeup. It's not going to be something I live with and do all the time and try to feature him out of the backfield, but if I can slip him the football every now and again and deter you from blitzing and assuming run when the fullback's always in the football game.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Orange line up here on 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Tucker. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Otis. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Quarterback may change this route. Creates a little space. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Secures it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? And that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Working the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Snap to the back. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On the run, it's Otis. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Now on first down from the 30. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They bring the punter onto the field now. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll leave it with him. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Got his man on the right. There he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Oh, he makes the catch. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Might be changing the route. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw again. Quickly complete. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. This has been a dominant performance by the Clemson defense. They have kept the offense in reverse all day. The great defensive legends would be proud.
Oh, they would be stoked. I mean, just to have a complete performance. The defensive line shutting down the run, making sure you can't get any kind of run game going, the secondary being locked down, linebackers flying around. It's been a complete performance, and it's been complete domination.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Bring in the heat. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tucker. At the 35, he's got room. Hits the accelerator to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the air on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Syracuse will be forced to punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Making side adjustments here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson! This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He'll start this drive going to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. The give on the option. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The Orange will have to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Here comes Clemson with another first down. It's complete on the right side. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. He makes a grab. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for them. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they may